The Seattle Seahawks are always the most suggested team for me to rebuild, because as most of y'all know, they are my favorite team, for better or for worse. But today, my goal is to rebuild this Seahawks team and turn them from always a playoff hopeful into truly one of the best rosters in the league, possibly even the best. And I'll get into the whole roster breakdown and everything here in a second, but super quick. Be sure to leave a like on the video. It sounds stupid, but it really helps out the channel, and I mean, it seems like we're gonna hit the like goal that I set yesterday, so once again, I'm gonna say, if we can get to 3,000 likes on this video, I'm gonna do my first goofy rebuild tomorrow. I guess it would be hard to hit 3,000 likes in a day, but just be sure to leave a like if you want to see it. It'll let me know, and I'm sure y'all could guess what that first goofy rebuild is gonna be. It should be a ton of fun. And also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 100K by the end of the year. We've been growing really quick lately, and if you like Madden 25 rebuilds, that's literally all I'm gonna be doing on the channel. And you can of course say you were an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, definitely. But very last thing, you know what, I'll give a shout out. I have no idea who was the first to suggest this video, so I'm just gonna do the first on the last video. Shout out to Cheese Doodles for the suggestion of this video. But be sure to let me know down in the comments any fun ideas y'all have. Can be a goofy idea or a realistic idea, whatever you want to see. But long intro over, let's get into this rebuild. And this is a really interesting team. Madden has them at an 83. I think I only have them at like a 78 or something in my custom rosters, but also respect my GOAT, Geno Smith. He's a 78 normal. That's tough. And obviously the big concern with this team, at least in real life, is this offensive line, as it has been for the last 10 years. Thanks, John Schneider. But there is legitimate hope for this to be a great offensive line here. It's incredibly young, other than I guess Laken Tomlinson. And I mean, with the addition of Connor Williams, if he can stay healthy, I feel so much better about this line than I would have even just a couple weeks ago. Then obviously amazing running back room, amazing receiving core, great D-line. I don't know how Tariq Woolen only has normal dev. That's insane. And Devin Witherspoon only has star. Apparently they're gonna change the dev traits once the game fully releases. I sure hope so. I don't think any of the rookies have anything better than star. I don't know why. But all right, enough yapping. Let's finally get into this. And I have no idea how this team's gonna do year one. Usually year one, the worse team you have, the better you do. But it feels like an 83 is probably about somewhere in the middle. So I'm gonna guess 3 and 4 at the midseason. That's my prediction here. Also, I don't know, because the Seahawks playbooks are horrible in this game. So maybe we'll be worse. Let's hope not. I tried to move Kobe Bryant back to corner and my game crashed. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I don't know. Ooh, and we actually have an interesting situation here. I never really show my focus positions or anything, but I really don't think Geno Smith is gonna work out here. No dev trait, he's older, only a 78 overall, and I don't think he does very well in this game. Should we already look for our QB of the future? I mean, really, if you think about it, there isn't too much else we need to draft. Maybe like a safety and a linebacker and an edge rusher, and that's mostly it. Maybe more D-line depth, but we're pretty great at most positions. It's just about developing the players we have, and obviously we'll, build this team through the draft too, but we don't have too many desperate needs, thankfully. So I do think I'm gonna go QB for our focus position, but hey, maybe Geno will ball out or something, you never know. And this is an interesting press conference about our first round pick, so I guess Byron Murphy? Oh no, it's our upcoming first round pick. Oh no, okay, wait, it is about Byron Murphy. I'm gonna commit to 8 sacks. If he hits 8 sacks, he gets 9,000 XP. I like these goals a lot. I like how many scenarios they put in the game. It helps. A big complaint I've always had, bit of a yap sesh, but a big complaint that I've had is players will do well, but they won't get rewarded with enough XP for doing well. But this kinda, as long as you get these scenarios, it kinda helps with that. I mean, I guess there were breakouts before. These might have taken the place of breakouts. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a breakout yet, but I definitely like that you can get season breakouts rather than 1 week. Now, I doubt Byron Murphy will hit that. I mean, he could in real life, to be fair, but in Madden, we'll see. I have seen him win Defensive Rookie of the Year, actually. I think he did in the Giants rebuild I did. So we'll see. You never know. But okay, at the midseason, we are 4 and 3. Definitely better than I expected. I forgot, the Seahawks are obviously going to have new playbooks. I just didn't know for sure if they would have updated them yet, because I know sometimes Madden just doesn't do that, but it does look like they are, the Ravens defense. Maybe the Washington offense, I don't know. But we're definitely doing well at 4 and 3. Now, we're coming off of a 38-7 loss against the 49ers in a 31-14 loss against the Falcons. Not amazing. I do want to check one thing. This is always the thing I check at the midseason. All right, Geno Smith is doing okay. Rushing, okay. Receiving, okay. But blocking, okay, there it is. Charles Cross has allowed 6 sacks so far in 400 snaps. He's on pace to allow 15 or 16. Let's not have that happen. Charles Cross, I always say this, but he is one of the worst players in Madden. I don't know what they did to him, but he consistently just gets his ass beat. He seriously allows probably an average of 15 sacks a season. It's crazy. We'll try George Fant at left tackle. I don't know if that'll be too much better, but usually the strategy is if you have someone that's ridiculously underperforming, just bench him for someone worse, which makes no sense, but whatever. But we have some re-signings to make here. Ooh, we only have 8.4 mil in cap. That's not fantastic. I thought we would have a lot more than that. Who are we paying? I mean, I guess we are paying a few players. I'll just restructure a ton at the end of the year probably. But yeah, we're paying Geno, Lockett, Metcalf, Fant, Williams. I guess Jenkins is getting a decent amount. Julian Love, if they have the contract dated. Nwosu. So yeah, I guess I understand. I don't know. We'll see who we want to re-sign at the end of the year. I definitely would want Connor Williams back if this was real life, but he's already allowed 3 sacks as a center. We'll see how he finishes. And we can't really afford him yet. He's asking 10 mil a year. We only have 8.4, so we'll just wait until the end of the year. But speaking of that, let's get to the end of the year. And this could be a situation where we choke really bad, unfortunately. That's usually what happens in year 1 in Madden is you start good sometimes, but you usually don't finish good. I guess you can. We'll just have to see. I was literally going to predict 6-11. We finished 6-11. If you couldn't tell, I'm not the most optimistic Seahawks fan, but I am optimistic about this season. I really don't think the Seahawks are going to finish 6-11 unless they go through just terrible injuries, which I guess could happen for any team, but that's rough. Let's see what went wrong here. So Geno Smith, definitely not great. 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 picks. Only got sacked 28 times though. That is not what I expected. I was expecting 48, or at least closer to 48 than 28. But Kenneth Walker, 1,200 yards, 4.5 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Very good year. Ooh, okay, we're not very pass heavy at all. DK finished with 900 yards. Lockett almost 900 yards, 6. So this is acting like the old Seahawks playbook in Madden. I don't know if I want this. This probably isn't how it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna change our offensive playbook already. I left our defensive playbook the same, but we should definitely be more pass heavy. And the blocking wasn't too bad, obviously. George Fant was definitely better than Charles Cross. Not a whole lot better, but a little better. Abe Lucas did really well. And Christian Haynes as a rookie, which I loved that pick. I'm so glad they got him. I don't know if he'll be great, but he's probably the Seahawks' best chance at an elite offensive lineman out of anyone on the team, other than I guess Cross in real life, but he hasn't been great so far. Probably because he's been surrounded by garbage, but whatever. And then Jerome Baker, 103 tackles, TFL 17 for Williams, 14 for Nwosu, 13 for Murphy, but sacks 6.5 for Leonard Williams led the team, 6 for Byron Murphy. Sure, this I guess could be a similar stat line to what he could have in real life. I don't know, but only 4 for Nwosu and 3.5 for Boye Mafe. Boye Mafe had 9 sacks in 800 snaps in real life last year. Here he had 3.5 in 846. So he would have maybe gotten like 4 if he played the same amount. Or no, wait, no, I'm stupid. He played more here in Madden. So he would have gotten like 3 probably if he played 808 snaps like he did last year in real life. So that's realistic, thanks. So pass rush is going to be an issue apparently, but interceptions 3 for Baker and Woolen, 2 for Love, and then 1 for Dodson and Witherspoon. We got more picks than we usually do in Madden at least. I really doubt we're going to have any yearly awards. Lamar wins MVP though. CeeDee Lamb wins Offensive Player of the Year, big surprise. That's what always happens, and let me guess. No, now that I'm guessing it's going to be different, but it is always Micah Parsons. And, oh no, it's DeMarcus Lawrence. That's the other one. Parsons at 3. Brian Burns was up here for the Giants. I don't think he ever got more than 6 sacks in a season when I did the Giants rebuild. This game just hates me. But Jerome Baker at number 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to, of course, a division rival, Marvin Harrison Jr. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, we're probably going to get number 2. Oh no, we do win it. Okay, that's huge. Byron Murphy does win Defensive Rookie of the Year. So he didn't hit the 8 sacks, but Defensive Rookie of the Year is possibly better because he should get a dev trait. I don't know how much XP you get for Defensive Rookie. I mean, I guess it'll tell us how much we get. So that's huge. We will definitely take it. But now with the first season over, I don't think we hit any of these, so I'm not going to click any of these. Let's get into the off season, and apparently we have more work to do than I expect. I mean, I didn't expect to do great, but we had some big issues. So some ones that are hard to fix in Madden. God, dude, the interviewers are such narcs. I guess maybe narcs isn't the right word, but they're such tough questions. I just made a guarantee that we would make the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. I probably won't be re-click in that scenario. But in the Super Bowl, it was Jets versus Vikings, and why doesn't it show the score under playoff games? I hate it. Why do they always take features away and then re-add them in the future like they're something new? I don't know. But the Jets beat the Vikings 20-14. I don't know about that one, but sure. We'll let Madden dream there, I guess. But we, of course, have some cap troubles to figure out. I think I already know what I'm gonna have to do, unfortunately, but we have negative 1.69 mil. Nice, but definitely not nice at the same time. This is gonna hurt more than anything I've ever done in this game. Gino, I'm sorry. It would save 28.3 mil in cap to cut him, and he definitely wasn't worth it. I mean, this is the type of play I think they can get out of him if they have an even decent offensive line, which, did he actually get sacked 46 times in 2022? Okay, maybe he can be even better than that with an even decent offensive line. That's crazy. He got sacked more in 2022 than 2023. That's weird, but he just doesn't do well in Madden. We're gonna have to cut him. Saves us 28 mil. You hate to see it. Honestly, cutting Tyler Lockett would save pretty good amount too. 20 mil. Another one of my favorite players ever. His face scan's a little weird looking. That doesn't totally look like him. That looks more like him like 8 years ago. I don't know. He's not bald here, but do we cut him? I mean, honestly, I don't think we need to. I know it would be worth it for cap, but we'll just keep him and help him develop the next quarterback we bring in. But we will cut Draymond Jones. Most of y'all know how I feel about that signing when it happened. I almost predicted it before the offseason even happened because I didn't love Draymond Jones. So I was like, the Seahawks are going to sign him to a 3-year, 45 mil deal before there was even any rumor about him coming to Seattle. They signed him to 3 years, I think 51 mil, or it was something like that. Maybe 48. I don't know. I knew this front office too well, but he just definitely is not worth it here. He's going to be transitioning to, edge in real life. Maybe he'll work better there. I don't know. I'm going to cut him though. I mean, he played edge in real life last year too, but I think that's going to be his main position now. I think those are the only two cuts we're going to make. And let's see who we want to re-sign now with 43 mil in cap. I am not going to pick up the 5th year for Charles Cross. I would in real life, but not here. Ooh, Jerome Baker isn't interested now. I mean, I would offer him player friendly, 4 years, 43. I don't know if I would go very player friendly though. Oh, he does take it, surprisingly. Okay. Connor Williams ended up being pretty good. I would go 3 years, 37. He takes it. Tyrell Dodson, I think PFF likes him, I guess, for whatever that's worth. He actually put up some really good stats though. 8 TFLs, 3 sacks, a pick, 14 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. I'll re-sign him, sure. 3 years, 24.3. He takes it. And then I think that's all we're gonna do. We could bring Laken Tomlinson back too, but he's 33. So let's get into our first offseason finally. And we'll see how much we want to do in free agency. We might not do much because we don't have much cap space. Ooh, Nick Chubb is here. Also, Dre Greenlaw, JOK, Chase Young. I think he's terrible in this game, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. He had 10 sacks, 12 TFLs. Do I trust that, though? He does have 12 offers. I don't know if I trust him enough. I mean, in real life to stay healthy, but in Madden to actually do well. Yeah, I unfortunately think I'm gonna be a little boring here. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. Okay, I lied a little bit. We're gonna sign 2, budget players. Milton Williams and Kendrick Green, the most Seahawks free agent class ever. We get both of them. They're both only 26 still. Neither of them were interested, but we were their only offers, so we'll take it. We'll ideally upgrade over them in the draft, but they're just kind of insurance pieces in case we can't. Oh yeah, and for dev traits, both Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams got superstar dev, which is really nice. Surprisingly, neither Baker or Dodson got star dev. They both did very well. I think Baker was the one that was up there for defensive player of the year, right? At number 8. I feel like it should almost be an automatic dev trait, at least from either normal to star or star to superstar if you make the top 10 for a big award like that. At least normal to star, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But let's get to the draft and let's see what we want to do. I think I have a plan, but could be tough. We'll see. But here in the draft, the Browns have the number 1 pick. We pick at number 8, which kind of sucks. I thought we would have a little bit better of a pick, but unfortunately we don't. Let me show y'all why it sucks. There is one player I really want this year. That is D. Darden, a top 5 talent quarterback at only 21 years old, but he's projected to go around number 2, probably number 1, because the Browns are probably going to take a QB here, but I don't know if we can really afford to trade up to number 1. I mean, we could. Deshaun Watson regressed down to a 73. That's crazy. If we want to get that quarterback, we have to trade up to number 1, which is obviously a lot, but how much are we willing to give up? Okay, here's the thing with the quarterback. I could very much regret this. Let me click him. I keep scrolling down and it keeps like bouncing back up. Here's the thing with him. He has a lot of A ratings, but he also has like C throw on the run, D play action. He's not like the fastest in the world. There are some quarterbacks in Madden that run in the 4.2s, which is, I mean, they're rare, but it's crazy. What I'm trying to say is I don't know if he's like crazy good. I mean, I think he's very good. I just don't know if he's worth sacrificing the rest of our draft picks for the rest of time for. Especially because there is another first round talent in this class in Walter Harvin. He's a first to second, but still, I guess, a first. Oh, and remember what I was saying about, quarterbacks that are way too fast. He ran a 4.34. Now it'll technically be a reach if we pick him at number 6 or number 8, but it's a quarterback, so I don't know if that is really a reach. So I don't think we're going to be able to trade up for that top 5 talent QB. It would just be too much. Now, if he doesn't go at number 1, I might. Let's see. And he does. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how they managed to make people look so creepy in this game. I feel like they oversized their mouths or something. It's interesting. But let's just get straight to number 8. We're not going to trade down or anything just so we don't risk it. I realize we probably could. We probably could, actually. We'll risk it a little bit. Not much. We'll trade down to like number 13, or we'll go down to 14 even. I think we could get away with that. Who has pick 14? I guess I should just look at the board. It is the Chargers. All right, we'll steal a second from them to let them come up here. And at number 14, let's take Walter Harvin out of Oregon State. That's interesting. Of course, insanely fast. Possibly the fastest 40 for a QB ever. I don't know about that, but possibly. We'll take him. It's going to say it was a bad pick. He's ranked 40. We got him at 14, but being a quarterback, I think he's still worth it. 93 speed, 93 throw power, 91 acceleration. That's absurd. I'm really surprised he's not higher than 40th, though. With those ratings, he must be like really inaccurate or something. It didn't look like he was, but I don't know. And of course, we have 2 second-round picks now. We could go with a safety. There are some good corners, too. Rashad Baldwin looks really good. What's his speed? I never looked. Ooh. Okay. Corner is arguably the position we need the least, but I mean, we could even try this guy at safety if we wanted to. He's good strength, B tackling. There is also Tevin Stanley, though. I don't know if he looks as good to me. Only C pursuit. Great speed, but only solid acceleration. Does have great strength. I think we'll go with the corner. There was also a guard I thought looked really good, but he's gone. So let's go with Rashad Baldwin out of Cal. Left-handed just like me for real. Elite acceleration, good speed. A-zone. We'll take him. Okay, that was a really good pick. Still only a good pick, despite we got the 15th best player in the class at 40, and that's only a good pick, not a great pick. That's so weird to me, but 92 speed, hidden dev, 94 acceleration. Sounds good to me. And let's see, when I was looking through the guards, I saw oh wait, no, here he is. Okay, I thought he got picked. I focus scouted JD Watson, but I never ended up seeing what or how good he actually is, but he is a first to second round talent, and we don't need O-line as much as we used to, but it still isn't amazing. So I'm gonna take JD Watson. This isn't gonna be an amazing pick technically because he's first to second, and we're like mid-second, but should be a good pick. We'll take him. Rank 30, picked at 46, not what he looks like, but we'll take it, I guess. I don't know if we got anyone that's a crazy good overall here, other than maybe the corner, but we definitely filled our needs pretty well. Ooh, honestly, I don't know if I looked at the centers. I might have accidentally skipped over it. Maybe I did. None of them look very good. Oh yeah, I remember this guy looked really good here. Jason Wheeler. Great speed, great acceleration, great strength, A awareness, A hit power, B to D pursuit. Now, we don't really need a linebacker, but I don't know if we're really drafting for immediate needs in the, 3rd round. That's not something you should really do, but Jason Wheeler looks really good, and we could need a linebacker eventually. I think we do. Oh no, we got Jerome Baker back. I don't know if we are gonna need a linebacker, ever. We could, though. Let me see, is there a bigger need with an actual good player here? I mean, probably our biggest need is edge, but, if you're looking in the beyond the first round for an edge rusher in Madden, you're doing it wrong. I don't know if I've ever found a good edge rusher past the first round. Maybe second, but rarely. I did put some on my favorites board, which I don't think I've ever used for some reason, but they don't look great. Deontay Mooney's a speed rusher with 4.93 speed. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Let's just go with Jason Wheeler because he looks really good. Another lefty. There are so many lefties in Madden drafts, but we'll take him. Ranked 22 first round talent talent. Again, that does not look like him. But we really crushed this draft, honestly. Almost got all first-round talents. I think the quarterback was the only one that wasn't. We'll take it. Okay, that wasn't a good pick. I shouldn't have made that one. I mean, he was really strong. He has 96 strength, and he had B block shedding, but not a good pick. We needed a defensive tackle, so whatever. But here's how we did in the draft. We somehow managed to pick almost only 75 overalls. Walter Harvin, that's weird. From 15, which is what Baldwin was ranked, to 40 is only a 1 overall difference? That's crazy. But anyways, Harvin, good pick. We'll take it. 75 overall, which is honestly better than I would have expected. Again, being ranked 40 in the class. I was thinking he would be like a 73, but we'll take a 75. That was absolutely worth it. Of course, 93 throw power, not the most inaccurate. It's just, I don't know, he's like balanced at mostly everything other than throw power and speed are both insane. So we'll take it. Then Rashad Baldwin, I thought he would be like a 78. I guess that was a bit bold because 78 is usually like top 10 talent or higher, but good corner, obviously very much worth the pick, the highest ranked player we got. This wasn't like a crazy draft class on paper. We didn't get any, 80 overalls or anything, but it was definitely a good one. Then JD Watson, 75, and Jason Wheeler, also a 75. And then Dominique Morris being ranked, what, like 120 or whatever he was? I thought he'd be a little worse, but 71 isn't even bad. I'm sure there were much worse picks made in the 4th round or whatever we were in. Yeah, there definitely were. A 64 overall quarterback, but there were definitely better ones. Did I say 78? No, I'm blind. I don't know. Oh, I forgot about Matthew Roth. I was wanting to take him. I had him on my favorites list. He did end up going before Morris, so not really much we could do there, but there was a really good guard. Nick Farrell got picked at number 11, 82 overall to the Panthers. They need it. I mean, they don't so much need guards anymore, but after last year, they don't not need it. Then D. Darden was an 80. Honestly, this wasn't a very good class, though. A 77 was a top 5 talent. I don't know if I've ever seen that with the strong draft classes. That's crazy. This was just a bad draft class, straight up. I mean, the top 2 players were good, but that's mostly it. But let's finally get into year 2, and we will see how the team is looking. I'm feeling a lot better about it now. But here's a look at the team heading into year 2. We had a scenario where it was a quarterback battle type thing, and I just said, Harvin's our starter, and apparently that just shredded the team's morale. It gave everyone -10. Isn't that always a thing? Like, hey, this guy is our starter because he's the better quarterback. I didn't know it was such a controversial thing to say, but that was like, oh, your team knows they can't compete with the starters. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was something like that. Gave him -10 morale, which is awesome. Love that. We also signed some interesting free agents like Taylor Rapp. I guess we'll start him because Jenkins is starting with -1 morale, but we should hopefully be better this year. I'm still very worried about the pass rush. It should be good, but it isn't. Probably will be good in real life, assuming they all stay healthy, but you just never know. But this is going to be a very interesting year. I wouldn't be surprised if we're mid. I would be a little surprised if we're horrible, but I don't know. We could be really good. I just have no idea how we're going to do this year, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, also, I want to change the offensive playbook. Should I just go with the classic Bills, Chiefs? Those are my 2 favorites, but I don't know. Sometimes the Bills doesn't really work. I think it is the playbook that uses your top 3 receivers the most. There is also the Bengals that does that. Let's try the Bengals. People always tell me that's one of the good ones. I've used it and haven't had much success with it, but we'll see. But I do unfortunately think our O-line is going to be much worse this year, just because that's how Madden is. It's completely different year to year, even if it's pretty much the same group or better. So we'll just have to see what happens, man. There's a world we're bad, there's a world we're mid, there's a world we're good. You just never know. So let's get to the mid-season point, and we will see how we do. Wait, breakouts are still a thing, and they just immediately give players dev traits? We just got one for Jason Wheeler. I should have recorded it. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, it does show up in this week. So yeah, he got superstar dev for starting out a breakout. So what does it give you if you like achieve the goals for the breakout? Does it give you another dev trait or like XP or something? I don't know. I don't know why he got a breakout because he's just 3rd linebacker, but that's huge. I mean, we didn't really need a linebacker because Dodson and Baker are good enough, but Wheeler should overtake pretty soon. We could even start him over, Dodson for the rest of the year because Dodson still only has normal dev to try to really get Wheeler to develop. I might do that. We'll see though. Okay, so apparently Wheeler didn't do as well as he wanted, but he still got 4,500 XP. That's kind of interesting. Like, does it scale? The better the player plays, the more XP they get? Because that's kind of what I felt like should happen. It seems like it was just too much of an all or nothing type thing, and too much like 1 week, you better do well or you can't be a breakout this year, even if you play well in every other game of the season. But I kind of like this this. Even if maybe they don't carry, they can still, you know, get a breakout if the defense does well. That's just what I'm assuming happened because that's what it sounded like, but that's cool. I like that. But at the midseason point, we are horrible. We are 2-5, which, you know, obviously isn't good, but I kind of wanted to be bad this year. We'll get a really good draft pick, and I feel like we kind of need that. I know I was saying in the draft last year we don't need to draft too much, but good early picks would really help right now. Ooh, unfortunately, Harvin only has star dev. I was hoping he could have superstar, but I mean, even with star, that's fine. Watson obviously has star too. Wheeler has superstar. We knew that. I mean, he got it. He didn't have it. And wow, we got really unlucky with the dev traits. Baldwin also only has star. We only got star. That's tough. So yeah, we're definitely going to need an early pick this year. I don't even think I'm going to bench anyone just because I kind of want the team to suck this year. Speaking of, you know, sucking, pause. Walter Harvin, 1,269 yards. Nice. 12 touchdowns, 12 picks. Definitely playing for the Seahawks, all 12s. And this year, Abe Lucas randomly sucks. Charles Cross isn't doing great either. Christian Haynes isn't doing great either. But should we bench some players to try to do a little better? Because I don't want Harvin to be a bust. I still think he's past the point of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year with 12 picks already. But should we bench a lineman or two? If we do, it's going to be Lucas. I think we should just tank this year, honestly. I feel like there are too many problems with this offense to fix, despite being an 87 overall and the better overall of our two, you know, sides of the ball. Our offense is 27th in the league at an 87 overall, and our defense is 9th in the league at an 83 overall. The simulation's great in this game, by the way. Ooh, but we have a defensive lineman breakout. Ooh, it's Byron Murphy. Doubt they get automatic dev traits from, you know, superstar to X Factor, but maybe? Okay, never mind. He has X Factor now. The amount of tackles for loss and sacks by Byron Murphy will determine his rewards. I really like how they, you know, revamped the breakouts here. It's cool. But I mean, that's insane. Byron Murphy already has X Factor in year 2. But we still have some re-signings to get to here. We have 140 mil in cap space, and I see why. We have some big players to re-sign here. Kenneth Walker, we will bring back, obviously. 4 years, 42 mil. That's pretty cheap. I know he's, you know, a running back, but even for a running back, that's cheap. He re-signs DK. Also isn't very expensive. 4 years, 88 mil. Isn't he already making more than that in real life? And contracts will obviously be more expensive in the future here. But Charles Cross, that's hilarious. Abe Lucas did well year 1, but year 2, he's terrible. You know, that's just the story of Madden. Every player can be amazing or horrible. You never know what you're gonna get. I guess in real life that can happen with some players, but with very few. In Madden, it's literally every player. You never know what you're gonna get. He doesn't re-sign. I don't know if we're gonna bring him back. He's never healthy in real life, if we want to be realistic, but we'll see. Woolen, still only normal dev, which is really weird, but 3 years, 30, just doesn't take it. All right, that's cool. Noah Fant, didn't Noah Fant get a 3-year deal? Or no, I think he got 2, but he wants a 3-year deal. 3 years, 24. That's not too bad, but he's already 27. He's gonna be 28. We'll see. Mafe, in real life, for sure, I would bring him back, but in Madden, he's just terrible. I've had him do well at times, but I don't think this is gonna be one of those times. Lockett is 32. There are so many re-signings here. Rayshawn Jenkins, that's a lot. But we'll reassess at the end of the year, but let's see if we can hit a breakout for Byron Murphy. Well, judging by the fact that we got beat 42-32, I doubt it. Okay, I don't know if he's gonna get any XP. Well, he got 1,000. I guess that's better than nothing. Or 2,000, despite getting no sacks and no TFLs. I guess that's fine. Okay, I wish that didn't happen, but we somehow bounced back and finished 7-10. We almost won out. We finished, what, 5 and... Well, I guess we went 5-4. That isn't amazing, but that's a lot better than we were doing. I, again, wish that didn't happen, though, because now we're not going to get an amazing pick. We're exactly where I didn't want to be, which is mid. I mean, a little worse than mid, but it's still going to be like the 12th overall pick, which I don't want. Let's see what happened this year. This was a weird season, even for Madden. Okay, Walter Harvin, ignoring the interceptions, 3,500 yards and 37 touchdown passes. Now, let's not think about those interception numbers, but those two stats alone, at least the touchdowns, 3,500's okay, but 37 touchdowns, that's crazy. I mean, it is a pass-heavy offense, obviously. He also developed a ton, up to an 83. I mean, he wasn't that good. I mean, he was good for a rookie, but again, the interceptions, that's still rough. But Kenneth Walker, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. We finally started to play like an offense when it was too late. That's cool. DK, 900 yards. Did I not change the offensive playbook? This just looks almost identical. A lot more sacks allowed this year because I didn't bench Charles Cross. This is like the best season I've ever seen him have. This would have been the most sacks allowed in the league in real life, according to PFF PFF at least. It was 12 for like Andre Dillard and someone else, like Mekhi Becton. I don't know. But 9 for Abe Lucas. He at least got a little better. Haynes got a lot better. And then on defense, 114 tackles for Wheeler led the team. He has a shot at Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know if this was good enough, though. But TFL 16 for Murphy, 13 for Mafe, 10 for Nwosu and Williams. Sacks, 10.5 for Murphy, 6.5 for Mafe, 5.5 for Williams. Only 4.5 for Nwosu, though. He's going to be a cut candidate. Does he have a total of 10 sacks through the last 2 years? I think it's like 9, isn't it? 8.5 through 2 years. He had 9 the last time he was healthy for a full season. So, whatever. But interceptions, whoa. We almost somehow won the turnover battle with our quarterback throwing 21 picks. 5 for Devin Witherspoon, 4 for Tariq Woolen, 3 for Baker, 2 for Baldwin, and then 1, literally a countdown for 4 different players. But yearly awards, MVP goes to Dak. Who else would it go to in Madden? I mean, I guess other players do win it. Also, I see JJ McCarthy up here. Unfortunately, out for the year in real life. I saw people on Colin Coward's show was on my TV earlier for some reason. I didn't intentionally put it on that, but they were talking about how horrible the Vikings offseason has been because that was right after JJ McCarthy got announced that he's going to miss the entire season. And then, I shouldn't be laughing because it's genuinely depressing, Jordan Addison possibly out for the year. I mean, I don't know yet, but he was hobbling off the field and had to get on a cart. That kind of sounds like torn ACL, but maybe not, hopefully not. The poor Vikings, man. This is like a 2020 or 2019 Chargers type offseason when they would lose just their entire team in the offseason. Like, that's unlucky. But Offensive Player of the Year, it was top 2 by Cowboys players. I want to make the Cowboys in my custom rosters like a 30 overall across the board. I'm so unbelievably sick of seeing them win every single award of all time. I'm not even a Cowboys hater in real life. I'm just like, whatever. But in Madden, they make me a Cowboys hater. You never guess who won Defensive Player of the Year? Micah Parsons. Also, DeMarcus Lawrence at number 4. This drives me insane. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Cowboys player. But Walter Harvin at number 3, that's cool. And Jason Wheeler does win Defensive Rookie of the Year. At least there's one positive from this season for us. Get me out of this awful season. It wasn't even bad in terms of I mean, it was bad going 7-10, but everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like, I wanted a good draft pick and then we bounced back. We weren't good when we should have been. Whatever. Let's get into the offseason. This game makes me a worse person. I don't like the person I am when I play Madden. I'm so whiny. We had a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, an actually somewhat maybe realistic Super Bowl. Is Russell Wilson on the Texans? Oh, he retired, and I guess he was on the Texans. That's why? I mean, I guess as a backup, but I feel like he would want a starting job. I don't know. Do I want to check these storylines? I always answer the wrong thing and end up screwing our team over with the storylines. What are they going to be? Off-season workouts. Okay, I think this one's usually good. Byron Murphy will definitely go. I wonder if he can be a 99 overall by the end of this. I guess we'll find out. Doesn't really look like Byron Murphy. Pass rush moves. Okay, sounds good. Is it always just best to go with sounds good for that? I'm assuming it is, because sometimes you can make them mad if you say, I think you should do something else. I don't know. Every player in Madden acts like they've never experienced tough coaching before, which is interesting. They'll just get super mad if you tell them to do something else. It's fine. I guess that could happen. What's your focus this offseason? Make sure to win. I don't like to win the draft one because the goals are too hard, but I guess I'll pick it. 80 plus overall in the first 3 rounds. That's easier than a 75 plus later. We'll go with that. We'll see. Because I think I'm going to we'll see. I might be able to pick a position where we can get an 80 plus overall. We'll see though. But let's see who we're going to have to re-sign this year. I know it's a lot of players still left, but thankfully we still have a lot of money. 110 mil. We'll pick up the 5th year for JSN. That's a lot of money. 27 mil. That's fine though. Devin Witherspoon will obviously pick that up too. Charles Cross, I'm good. He was better this year, but still horrible. Abe Lucas ended up playing a little better. How much do I trust him? I mean, I'd offer him neutral. That's pretty expensive for a guy that's kind of scary in this game. How about, I know players in Madden don't like when you shorten their deals, but how about 2 years 34 rather than 3? Doesn't take it, but we can still maybe re-sign him in free agency. We'll see. Woolen, I don't know why he doesn't want to re-sign. We'll go player friendly, 4 years 49. That's still really cheap. He takes it. Fant, I'm good. We don't use him much. Mafe, I'm good. Somehow got a dev trait. I guess he had TFLs, but that's about all he had. I like him a lot in real life. I think he's super underrated, but he's just the worst in Madden. Tyler Lockett's 33, down to an 82 overall. I think it's unfortunately time. Just doesn't really make sense to bring him back, especially for 2 years. How did Taylor Rapp do? He was okay, right? 1 pick, 5 pass deflections. We can can upgrade there. All right, I think we'll let everybody else go, including Jake Bobo. I know Seahawks fans really like him. I think he's good, but some Seahawks fans act like he's the second coming of Christ, which is interesting. I'll say that. But let's see what we want to do in free agency. And are there any cuts we can make this year? Usually I don't make cuts in Madden because there aren't too many you can do that would make sense, and that's kind of how it is here. Unless we wanted to cut Nwosu, which we might. Honestly, he's been pretty horrible. Let's just kind of hit the reset button with our edge group. Doesn't save a crazy amount of money, but saves me a headache, I guess. In free agency, there are a lot of old players here, a lot of 30-year-olds. Ooh, Taylor Moton's here again. I don't know if I want to get Taylor Moton in back-to-back rebuilds, though, but he is really good in this game, at least by Madden offensive lineman standards, in the sense that he usually doesn't allow 15 sacks a year. Zach Tom is kind of that case, too. He's at left tackle in Madden for some reason, though. I'm pretty sure he's still going to play right. Ooh, it looks like he's been pretty good. We do need 2 tackles, so let's go for Zach Tom. He isn't super cheap, but he isn't super expensive either. Ooh, the Falcons are also interested, so we might have to go player friendly. And let's offer a team friendly deal to Abe Lucas. I don't know if he'll take it, but it does give us the lead for him. And at edge, pretty much the 2 highest overall are, unfortunately, Nwosu and Mafe. Y'all have fun with that. I mean, I can guarantee you they'll play better for whatever team they go to, but I don't want them. They can be better for whatever team they go to because they won't be better for me. There isn't really a pass rusher that's worth signing here, though. Like, Andrew Van Ginkel sucks for some reason. Yeah, this might just have to be something we draft. Jadeveon Clowney's really good in this game sometimes. At least he was last year, and it looks like that's still the case. One of the better pass rushers in Madden still for God knows what reason. You know what? He's cheap, too. 1 year, 6.3 mil. Let's try to bring him in. That's crazy, but seems like a good strategy to me. And we do kind of need a tight end, but I don't know if I want any of these guys. Ooh, maybe Isaiah Likely. So these are the players we're going to go for. We have mid offers for 3 out of the 4, but we have a big offer for Zach Tom. So, I mean, these are all budget type well, I don't know if they're full budget type signings. We're paying Tom and Lucas around 20 mil a year. Or I think Lucas is more like 15 because we went player friendly, but I think Tom is like 21. So not super budget, but we're not going for anyone too crazy for the most part. So let's see if these 4 players want to sign. Ooh. Okay, we get Zach Tom. That's cool, but we don't get Abe Lucas or Jadeveon Clowney or Isaiah Likely. So I guess we'll go neutral for Abe Lucas, but I'll just do a 2-year deal. I don't want to give him 3 because I don't trust him yet. Okay, and we do get him for that, but still Likely and Clowney still haven't signed, and they still haven't signed. Okay, they finally do after we sim the week and do one eval period, or eval period, whatever. So Jadeveon Clowney rejoins Mike McDonald and rejoins the Seahawks. That's cool. And we bring in a solid, I would say underrated tight end for sure, when healthy. But here in the draft, we pick at number 11, which isn't amazing, but I don't know if it affects our strategy too much. We're gonna take another reach in the first round, but it's a necessary reach. You know, kind of like the quarterback last year, where we know it won't be listed as a good pick, but it should be a good pick in the long run. I unfortunately don't think we're gonna hit our goal of, you know, getting an 80+ overall player. I'm sure we could if I really tried to. Like, I'm sure there's a guard that's an 80 overall in here somewhere. I keep forgetting to pause. I hate, even if you turn draft timer off, it doesn't even tick, but it's still on. But it doesn't even show that it's on. Why? I mean, it doesn't matter. I obviously wasn't gonna trade up to number 1, but it's still stupid. But let's get to number 11, and here's what we're gonna do. Again, it's gonna be a reach. I acknowledge that, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Just the question is, which one of these 2 players do we want? There is Glenn McClain and Jermaine Givens. Both are first to second round talents. Both are only 22. Who do I think has the best shot at being a hidden dev, though? Let's see. Givens has C power moves, no elite traits, but great strength, speed, and jumping. McClain, D to F power moves, great jumping and elite acceleration. I don't love the D to F power moves, though. But I mean, we know they're both first to second. I do think Givens is the higher overall, though. He also has better play rec, just no elite traits, but I think he's the better overall player. We'll just go with the one that we do think is better. That is Jermaine Givens. It's gonna be a reach. I'm fine with that. We are just so desperate for pass rush. It's not even funny. Arguably one of the worst positional needs I've ever had in a rebuild, and that's saying a lot. Get to it. How good is he? He's ranked 34. Took him at number 11, of course. Thankfully, he has hidden dev. That's huge. I don't know. There is a chance the other guy was better, but at least Givens does have hidden dev. But in round 2, let's try to make a better pick here, and I think I know who we are gonna go for. We focus scouted Spencer Marion, a first-round talent, safety, elite jumping and acceleration, good speed, a awareness man play rec. I'm honestly surprised he isn't a top 5 talent. He looks crazy good. Oh, he also do need receiver. I didn't even think of that. I just noticed it says D. I still think I'm gonna go Marion, but is there a good receiver here that could be better? I don't really see one. Nah, these guys are all too bad at route runners. I guess maybe Dickerson could be good because, you know, he has a lot of A ratings, but the medium and deep route running aren't great. He probably is good. I just don't know if he's worth taking over Spencer Marion. So that's who we're gonna go with. Ranked number 12, gave us an A+, got him at number 43. Hidden Dev. We're really trying to turn this into a good defense, and it's somehow gonna start playing worse. Can't wait. But all I can do is make the team better on paper, so that's what we're trying to do. But let's see, there was a good corner too. I don't know how many more corners we need. I did focus scout him though, William Weaver, 1st to 2nd round talent. I mean, he looks really good, but we don't need another corner really. Unless we would want to put him at safety, but we just picked a safety. There is also a 1st to 2nd round linebacker, but that's like one of the last things we need. You know, call me crazy, but Hugh Duggan looks pretty good. It looks like all A's for pass blocking. I wish he had impact block. That would make me like him even more, but he looks like a really good run defender too. Says he's day 3. How deep in day 3? I don't know. The list cuts off. Let's see if we can find a good receiver though first. That's definitely a bigger need. Ooh, I really don't see any good receivers. What's Fowler's speed? Well, he has elite acceleration. The reason I like him is because he's a playmaker receiver with B medium route, but B medium route is like literally his only good rating. I mean, maybe catching and, you know, the elite acceleration, but that's about it. We are pretty desperate for a receiver, which I just didn't even think of for some reason. I mean, we at least still have DK and JSN, but that's about it. Should we take him or should we go with the center? We'll take him. We can still probably get the center. That was a good pick. I'm surprised. I wasn't sure if he would be good, but ranked 46, got him at 75. No dev trait, but playmakers usually don't, so that's fine. That could be pretty good. He might even be like a 75 or something. We'll see. Please tell me the center's still here. I guess it's not the end of the world because we don't even need a center, but he looked really good. He is still here. Okay, Hugh Duggan. I mean, we're not even gonna think twice about it. He's a really good pass blocker with solid run blocking. That's what you look for in linemen in Madden most of the time. I mean, there are exceptions, obviously, like super strong players with no real weaknesses. That's how you find like 80 overall guards, but I think Duggan's really good. Never mind, he's solid, but not great. Again, doesn't look like him, but ranked 79, got him at 107. Hidden Dev, I mean, that's a good pick. We'll take it. But here's how we did in the draft. Jermaine Givens, good pick. I mean, not a great one, but good for how bad we needed it. Again, how bad we needed pass rush. 75 overall, Hidden Dev, of course. 85 speed, 87 excel, 81 pursuit. Sounds good to me. 79 finesse moves. Should be hopefully better than what we've had. I mean, it would be hard for him to be worse. I guess that could happen, but it would be very hard. Spencer Marion, 78 overall. He's a really good player too. I was hoping he could be almost an 80. A lot of his A ratings aren't like crazy good though, because he had A man. It's a 78, which is really good, but I've seen players with like 85 man as a rookie at safety. But I mean, he's really good either way. That was a steal. Chris Fowler, 74 overall. Good pick. 81 spec catch, 76 medium route, 94 excel, 90 speed. We'll definitely take that. Also probably had A catching because it was an 84. And then Duggan was our last pick, 73 overall. He's fine. I mean, that was fine value. He was ranked, what, 87? We got him at 106 or something. I don't know. And then the CPU picked a decent tight end, a decent running back, and a decent outside linebacker, but we definitely don't need more linebackers. So I wish it didn't do that, but good class once again. Nobody too crazy that we've drafted yet. I mean, ooh, Ralph Shipp. I think I also focus scouted him, but he just went 3 picks before we could get him. That sucks. Also, Bryson Linton would have been better than Marion, but not too much better. Ooh, we would have had a decision to make if both of these two were available, because both would have shown up as top 5 talents between Shipp and Linton. I probably would have made the wrong choice there, but either way, good draft. We got a, you know, top 10 player in the class in Spencer Marion, so we'll take it. Or I don't remember what it said he was ranked when we picked him, but he's like tied for 7th overall or something. I don't know. But it looks like Byron Murphy's gonna get a pretty big XP boost. Oh, just 3,000. Sometimes it's 6. I've seen 9,000. I don't know if it could go up to 12,000. Probably wouldn't be that high. That's a lot, but I guess we'll take 3,000 XP. I was hoping it would be a little better though. God, there's so many scenarios in this game now. I don't know what this press conference is about. I've just been skipping over most scenarios just because I feel like it would be boring to show a million of them. I just completely skipped over, I'll say yards. I skipped over what position that was about. Probably tight end. I guess maybe wide receiver 3. I don't know. In another press conference. Right guard. guard, Christian Haynes. What was the question? I guess we'll go finesse. Pass block finesse. So he gets a +2 there. That's cool, I guess. Okay, we have a recap for the position battle. Apparently it was tight end, and I checked. Likely did have more yards than, I think, Ford is our number 2 tight end. I don't know if that, actually, I don't know about that. No, probably, because I think he's a 71 overall, right? The CPU picked him, but that's cool. +3 for the next few games for Likely, and +5 morale. Sounds good to me. But here's a look at the team heading into year 3. We're up to an 86 overall. I doubt we have one of the highest overall rosters in the league, but we might be up there, actually. I don't know. We'll see. I'll check in a second, but 87 offense, 85 defense. I'm sure our defense will outplay our offense, as per usual, when it's a lower overall, but we'll see. But this team should be good. I'm still thinking about changing the offense. I went spread because I know that's sometimes good with, you know, pass-heavy offenses in Madden, but I don't, maybe that has a negative effect. I don't know. People have told me it's good to go with, though. But I mean, this team is super well-rounded. We don't really have many flaws. The only maybe one is tight end on offense, but everything else on paper is very good. On defense, though, our edge group isn't very good in terms of overall, but it should hopefully be better than what we've been working with. I mean, it's a lower overall, but overall means nothing in this game. So we'll see what happens there. And like I said, I do want to check where we rank in the league in terms of overall. I always try to, you know, balance like players that play well with overall, or like good overall players, so I don't always go for the highest overall team I possibly could. But where do we rank at an 86? Okay, so there are a few really good teams. The Ravens are an 89. The Lions are tied with us at an 86. Same with the 49ers. Same with the Eagles. The Chiefs are a 91. The Cowboys are an 87. The Bengals and Bears are an 86. The Texans are an 87. So we're in like the top 10, borderline top 5. I think we're tied with a bunch of teams for like 4th or 5th or something. So the team's really good on paper. We're top 10 in terms of overall, but how will that actually play? Let's find out. Let's get to the midseason point and we will see how this team does. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision here. I'm not trusting this Bengals offense. It was bad in the preseason too, which, as I always explain, obviously doesn't mean anything in real life, but in Madden, it usually does. If one side of your ball does poorly in the preseason, it usually will in the regular season too. I don't know. Should we stick with it just in case? I guess. But if it's bad at the midseason, I'm changing it immediately. But all right, let's get to the midseason and we will see how we do. Ooh, okay. Devin Witherspoon got a breakout. Oh, it doesn't automatically give it to him though? 4+ tackles and 3+ pass deflections. I don't know if he's gonna total 3+ on the year. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna show that one. That is not even gonna come close to happening. You're lucky if your best player gets more than 3 pass deflections on the year in Madden for some reason. Like, he literally has 0. How is he gonna get one? How is he gonna get 3? He has none through like 4 games. Okay, the offense was the problem apparently. I hate how playbook oriented this game is. We went from the 20th offense to the 5th offense immediately after switching to the Bills playbook. We were 0-3 to start out and now we're 4-3. Might have been the issue, just a hunch. I changed it week 4 and we haven't lost since. I still don't know if we're gonna finish as a great team, but we deserve to. But let's see, who do we have to re-sign here? We have 75 million cap. Leonard Williams, I definitely want to bring him back. We'll go 2 years, 28. He takes it. And then that's about it. I mean, maybe Milton Williams, but he isn't interested. Jadeveon Clowney, if he does well, but he's going to regress a ton. Yes, mostly just backups here. We'll pick up the 5th year for Byron Murphy when we can, but there isn't really much for us to do here. And we're really good in terms of cap space, obviously. So we should be able to have a big offseason if we want to, if we need to, if there's anyone available. But let's see how we finish. Let's get to the end of the year. Oh yeah, and I do want to check one thing. How's our O-line been? That's always the thing I need to check. Harvin's been doing good. He's already been sacked 15 times though. Kenneth Walker's doing really good. Receiving is good, but blocking, Abe Lucas sucks. Again, can I check when those sacks happened? Has he stopped being bad? I mean, he had 3 in the first 2 weeks, but he still had 2 since then. 2 in the last 3 weeks. I'm still gonna bench him. We have solid O-line depth. It'll probably backfire, but we're in a position to take risks, honestly. It's been, even for Madden, this has been a really weird rebuild. I feel like I said that about the Giants one too. Is simulation worse in Madden 24, Madden 25, whatever game we're in now? Madden 25 too? Like, I don't know. It feels extra stupid a lot of the time. But let's get to the end of the year and we will see how we finish. But here we are at the end of year number 3. And if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. If you haven't already, be sure to take a second to leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe. I know I plug too much, whatever. I mean, I don't think anyone really says that, but I worry about it. But I would appreciate it. Again, 3,000 1,000 likes, and I will do my first goofy rebuild of the year, which should be a ton of fun. I'm super excited to try in Madden 25. And like I said, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to let me know down in the comments any fun ideas y'all have. But here's a look at the team at the end of the year. No crazy dev traits on offense. Well, actually, that's not true. Ford, the tight end the CPU picked, has X Factor, which isn't surprising. It seems like, or not X Factor, Superstar. It seems like every blocking tight end in Madden has either Superstar or X Factor. I mean, there are exceptions, but at least the good blocking tight ends, or even the solid ones, because he was just fine. He was a 71, but he has Superstar. But on defense, both Givens and Marion have Superstar dev, which this is what I said about Givens. You know, I said the same thing about Harvin, where they were technically reaches at the time, but I was like, they're both young. They both probably have a dev trait, and they're big needs that will get a ton of chances to develop. And both of those so far have definitely been really good picks. So I'm happy with it. Givens already has 86, 87 finesse moves with morale. We'll see if he did well enough to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, or Marion, or maybe we won't get Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know, but hopefully. But now up to an 80, I almost said 82, 88 overall. In year number 3, we finished 11-6, and we made the playoffs. Big bounce back from what we were at the start of the year, being 0-3. Now, seems like we might have went on another losing streak, because we won the last 2, which is obviously really good, but we were only 9-6 at one point, which is still better than we were at the midseason. What did our schedule look like? Just a little bit streaky. Lost 3, won 4 in a row, won 2 in a row here, and then we won 4 in a row to finish it out. We were 4-4, then 5-4, then 5-5, and then we won 6 out of the last 7. So I guess we didn't have a losing streak, but we did lose some games in here. But let's go over the season stats super quick. Walter Harvin, 3,600 yards, 35 touchdowns, and only 5 picks, 71 completion percentage. He did insanely well. 1,500 yards for Walker, 5.9 per carry, 14 touchdowns. No 1,000 yards. We still have not had a 1,000 yard receiver with DK Metcalf, JSN, and then we had Tyler Lockett. Like, that's insane, especially with the Bills offense. And I thought the Bengals was supposed to be, you know, pass heavy with the top 3. I mean, look at theirs. What, 1,500 yards, 1,100 yards, which who is this? Justin Barden, 92 overall, superstar dev receiver at only 22 years old. Do they still have T. Higgins? They do. What a disgusting receiving core. I don't know, though. I don't know why that didn't work for us. But, ooh, Zach Tom wasn't great at left tackle. Still a lot better than Charles Cross did. Duggan was okay at right tackle. Our O-line was fine. Connor Williams did really well, at least. And then Wheeler led the team with only 90 tackles. TFL's 18 for Williams, 15 for Murphy, 10 for Clowney, and sacks. Still, our edge group is an issue. 10.5 sacks for Murphy, 8 for Williams, but only 6 for Givens, only 5.5 for Clowney, despite having 8.5 last year, 10.5 the year, or no, this was real life, but still 10.5 in real life. Or wait, this wasn't real life. He was on the Ravens. Yeah, this was in simulation. This was real life, 9.5. So 10.5 sacks, 8.5 sacks, and then we sign him and he gets 5.5 sacks. So that isn't much better than what we had. Cool. But picks, also a problem. 2 for Witherspoon and Marion, and then 1 for 3 players, but that's it. Only, what, 7 total? That's tough. But MVP goes to Lamar. Harvin all the way down at 9. At least he was up there, though. But NFC Offensive Player of the Year, we get cucked. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Brandon Ayuk. Kenneth Walker at 2. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson. It wasn't Cowboys this year. I mean, they were up here, but they didn't sweep the awards. Byron Murphy at number 9. That's cool. We get cucked for Offensive Rookie of the Year, too. Chris Fowler at number 2. Andrew Atkinson for the Packers wins it. It would have been huge to win because Fowler doesn't have a dev trait. I didn't even know he would be up here, but that's tough. Jimmy Ford at number 10. Are we going to get cucked for Defensive Rookie of the Year, too? I feel like we didn't have anyone that was great, but probably good enough to be second. I'm Givens at 2. Marion at 4. All right, that's fine. I'm not mad. At least we made the playoffs. What is this scenario? I don't feel like reading all this. I'm just going to see what it says. I'm sick of reading today. We got 2,500 XP. I set a goal of like 30 sacks. I'm surprised we even hit that. It might have been exactly 30. Wait, no, we had 40. Really? Well, I guess our interior D-line was insane. Just our edge group didn't help much. What's this storyline though? Early season reporter interview. I'm always scared to click these in case we didn't hit it. I don't know that I've clicked on one yet when we don't hit a goal. Oh, this is the 30 sack one. What was the last one? I don't know. I need to read them, but I just don't feel like it sometimes. times. Okay, we get 2,500 XP for that too. Cool. But we are going to be taking on and probably losing to the Packers in the wild card here, which would be fair. We have a better overall team, but only by 1 and they're at home. So whatever happens, it's whatever. I feel like we deserve it after what we've been through so far, but we can't complain too much. But let's just see what happens here against the Packers. Let's see if we can move on to the divisional. No, we lose. I didn't mean to click stats. 31-24. At least we didn't get blown out. Normally when we lose to a team that's about the same overall as us, we just get absolutely destroyed. But thankfully that didn't happen here. But let's get into, I think, what's going to be the final off season of this rebuild. Going to be a short one, but we're already so good. There is more we could do to this team, but we're already like right there in terms of roster talent. There is still one glaring weakness with this team, obviously, which we're going to need to try to fix. There's so many scenarios in this game, so many storylines. I don't know how many more I can take. Oh, I think I clicked Byron Murphy, which is fine. I didn't see what the other option was. I clicked A before I realized that I would be, picking. I thought I was just skipping through more messages. We'll just go sounds good as always. Media availability, I don't care. Let's get into the re-signing period. God, player meeting. These ones are pretty important a lot of the time though. That my #1 motivation should be more meaningful. I love when it just doesn't show the text. It's flashed it for a second, but I don't know what it was. Would you change that about me? You didn't tell me. I don't want you to change. It seems like the safe bet. His morale is increased by 20. Byron Murphy is just going to be a 99 overall by the end of this. I mean, he definitely is right now. Oh no, he isn't. Only a 96. He must have already had maxed out morale. I don't know. But he has 99 power moves, 99 block shedding, 96 awareness, but playing up to a 99. I don't think we gained any dev traits this year though. That's insane. At least none that I'm seeing. I mean, I think Kenneth Walker got X-Fact, but Harvin didn't get superstar. Fowler didn't get a dev trait. I don't know how well he did, to be fair. I just don't remember. But I mean, he was #2 for offensive rookie of the year. I feel like that should count for something. He wasn't crazy good, but he was still good. Oh, and I think Woolen got star dev finally. I don't know if he just got that. Yeah, he did. Okay. I mean, it's not going to matter as much because he's already 28 here, but we'll take it. But who do we want to bring back? We'll obviously pick up the 5th year for Byron Murphy. That isn't going to matter much because this is probably the final year, but we'll just do it. Milton Williams, we could upgrade there. I haven't really noticed what he's done. Ooh, wait, he's actually been low-key kind of nice for how little it seems like he's been playing. Let's bring him back, sure. Why not? He's a little more expensive than I would think. 2 years, 26, I'm fine with that. He takes it. And then I guess we'll re-sign Connor Carroll, the superstar dev tight end, or punter. Tight end. I have not been sleeping well. I know how much I was saying I was tired yesterday in the Giants rebuild. I'm just as tired. Maybe not as tired, but close. But let's see what we can do in free agency here. Let me restructure all of our deals and let's finish this team off. You know what I'm saying? Big pause. I'm hilarious, definitely. All right, I think we've freed up enough cap space. I haven't restructured every deal, but we have a lot now. I'm scared of running out of like early access hours. I don't know if I checked again today and it took away my play time. I didn't see it. I was at like 6 hours after yesterday. I don't know if it'll kick you out of the game once you run out, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But in free agency, it's interesting. Ooh, this is a no-brainer. DeMarcus Lawrence, one of the best players in this game for whatever reason. I mean, he's good in real life. He is like insane in Madden though. Joe Tooney, I mean, our O-line's been better, but might as well try to upgrade if we can. Might as well just go crazy here. I mean, I guess we're almost out of money already, but those would be 2 really nice upgrades. That might be all I really want though. What else would we need? Maybe a tight end? There isn't a crazy good tight end though. Dawson Knox is an 82. I don't know that he deserves that, but I mean, maybe he's developed more here, but he is 30, so he should be regressing. I don't know. We might try to sign him, but I think that's about it unless I'm just completely overlooking a big need on this team. I mean, we've already made the team so good that we just don't really have many massive holes anymore. We could use a 3rd receiver though, which would probably be overkill, but I mean, that's kind of what this offseason is. Rashee Rice is looking me right in the face. We don't really have the money for him though. I mean, we could just not sign Dawson Knox. Okay, we have the lead for all 3 of these players. I don't know if we're gonna get all 3. I kind of feel like Rashee Rice is gonna reject us. I just have a bad feeling. But Joe Tooney and DeMarcus Lawrence, let's see if these 3 players want to sign. All 3 do, and we get all 3. Definitely not the most realistic offseason ever, but I mean, we just went for players that were available in free agency. The choice was up to them, and they made the choice to join the team, and I think that was a good one. Can't wait to go 6-11 next year randomly. But here in the final draft, honestly, I'm not even sure what I want to do this year. I was thinking about trading our 1st round pick away, which we maybe could could do. I don't even know what we would trade it for. Like, we don't really need a pass rusher anymore. We're not like too desperate for linemen. I mean, we could end up being desperate for linemen, but I don't know. I don't know what we would pick here though. That's the other problem if we don't trade this pick away. I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest. For some reason, I don't want to trade this pick away. I don't really know why. I just don't want to. I feel like we have enough. We should be good. Keyword should be. Oh, and let's see. Jerome Scruggs, I focus scouted him. He's a first round talent. That would be a good pick. We don't need corner, but we don't really need anything. That's the position we're in. Ooh, Chris Garrison also looks crazy. What's his speed? Great and great acceleration. How about Scruggs? Solid and elite. Okay, I don't know which one's better, honestly. You know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna go with him. I might go with Luke Hamilton because I'm still scared of this pass rush. First to second round talent. Don't know if he's great, but he's fair for this range. And again, I'm scared of our pass rush still. So he's who we're gonna take. Probably a reach, but only a slight reach. Oh yeah, ranked 27, picked him at 21. Hey, we'll take it. Andy is hidden dev. This guy's better than the edge rusher we took last year. I mean, at least he's ranked higher. It could be a weaker class, I guess, but we'll take it. And let's see who's available here. Scruggs is still available. And I focus scouted Joe Binns because we maybe need a tight end, but probably not. Let's just go with Scruggs. I mean, he's, again, staring us right in the face. Ranked 19, A+ pick, picked at 53, hidden dev. Sounds good to me. And then last pick of the rebuild that I'm gonna make. Jeff Bush looks like a solid tight end, but not gonna be good enough to start over Isaiah Likely. Where do we need more? Maybe middle linebacker? No, we still have Dodson as the 3. Defensive tackle? We could. Is there a good one? Ooh, Quentin Moses looks really good. Hold on. Okay, bad pursuit, but what's his combine? Great strength, good speed, great acceleration. I never like taking defensive tackles because I feel like they're always underwhelming, but he looks really, really good. Probably only going to be like a 72 overall somehow, despite looking insane, but we'll still take him. Ranked 44 and picked at 85. Okay, good value. Hidden dev. I'm just going to put the controller down now before I make a bad pick. That was a really good draft though. I still don't think I've drafted an 80 overall in Madden 25 though, which is crazy. I mean, I've just been looking other places than where you usually find 80 pluses in the draft, which is like early second round guards and safeties for the most part. But let's see how we did this year. Okay, pretty good. Hamilton's a 76, Scruggs is a 77, and then Moses is a 75. That's about how all of our drafts have been. And maybe I should have taken the 4th round pick because the CPU decided to take a position that we had already picked. I don't even think Whitfield's gonna make the team because we got Randy Black later, who's better, which the CPU saw us pick a corner and a D tackle, so it picked a corner, a D tackle, and then another corner. Awesome. That's really cool. But here's a look at the team heading into the final year. Somehow only an 87 now. Why is our defense only an 84? Did I forget to make a position good? Shouldn't be only an 84. What if I move Lawrence to right outside linebacker? Because I think we have 3 good left outside linebackers, but nobody at right. Oh, that did do it. Okay. Let me do that for guard too, because we have 2 left guards, or 2 right guards, I mean. We'll move 1 to left. Maybe that'll make the overall go up even more. 88, and then I think both of our defensive ends are both on the same spot. Honestly, as long as I've been playing this game, I didn't know that had an impact on overall. I really didn't, which is crazy, but I just didn't know. Okay, yeah, now we're in 89. Oops. Wait, what? Did I move Watson to left tackle? I'm having a rough one. I meant to move him to guard. Okay, now we're good, and now we're back up to a 90. The team is really good, obviously. I might even sign a different number 2 running back, just because we don't really, have one. But I mean, what else is there to say about this team other than it's really good and should be probably the best team in the league, which we'll check in a second. We'll check it right now. Where does this team rank in terms of overall? I'm not gonna guess first, because I did see the Chiefs at a 91 last year, obviously, but we might be really close. The Chiefs are a 90, so we are both the two highest teams in the league, 2 highest overall. Words are hard right now for some reason. I can't speak. The Titans are somehow only an 81. I don't know what's been happening to them. I think they're the worst team here. The Giants are also down there, which if you haven't seen the Giants rebuild I did, it was the first rebuild I've done in Madden 25, and I can tell you we weren't an 83 overall by the end of the rebuild. I think we had an even better team than we have here. But yeah, insane offense and really good defense. I'm honestly even surprised our offense is a better overall, but both are amazing. So let's just get into this. Let's get straight to the end of year number 4, and we will see how this team does in the final year. Okay, thankfully, in the final year here, we finished 13-4 with now up to a 93 overall team. That is crazy. This is one of the highest overall teams we've ever built, especially in a realistic rebuild. In only year 4. But Walter Harvin, 4,400 yards, 40 touchdowns, only 10 picks. He's been amazing these last 2 years. Still crazy he doesn't have a dev trait, or only has star, I guess. But Kenneth Walker, 9 yards away from 1,400, 5.2 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Very good year. 1,200 yards for Rashee Rice, 16 touchdowns. I kind of wish, you know, that was an original Seahawks player, but I guess that's fine. 1,000 for DK, only 3 touchdowns though, 950 for JSN. And then our tackles were not very good. Joe Tooney had allowed 7 sacks by the midseason, so I switched him and Zach Tom, and then Zach Tom started to play horribly. I think he only had like 1 sack allowed at the midseason, finished with 9, so whatever. But Christian Haynes joins the all-castration team here, allowed 0 sacks in 1,100 snaps. That's crazy. And then on defense, oh my god. Okay, Jason Wheeler led the team with 91 tackles, TFLs, 20 for Byron Murphy, 12 for Williams, 11 for Lawrence, but sacks, 14 for Byron Murphy, which very good, obviously. 9 for Leonard Williams, which very good, obviously. 5.5 for DeMarcus Lawrence and 3.5 for Jermaine Givens. This game is going to be the end of me. DeMarcus Lawrence goes from 13.5 sacks last year with the Cowboys to 5.5 immediately after we sign him. Fun. You know, if that was like a one-off thing, it's like, you know, we're playing him as a stand-up edge instead of a hand-in-the-dirt type edge, you know. I mean, I guess he's playing probably a ton of different positions here because it's the Ravens defense, but, you know, if it was a one-off thing where you sign a player and they do a lot worse than the last year, it's like, okay, that happens in real life, but it's like every single player we add, they immediately go to shit when we sign them. It's great. Not infuriating at all. And 3.5 for Givens is, like, inexcusably bad. I might even just bench him for the playoffs. I probably should, because that is horrible. I honestly doubt there is an edge rusher in real life that played a full 834 snaps and only got, you know, 3.5 sacks. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure a horrible player in real life, but Givens is like an 84 overall. He's definitely not horrible. He's a top 10 left outside linebacker, so that's cool. But interceptions, 2 for Wheeler, Witherspoon, and Baldwin, and then 1 for a couple players. But MVP goes to Dak Prescott. Walter Harvin at number 4. Ooh, wait, I wonder, I never checked Coach of the Year, but where did we rank? 4th. Okay, whatever. Mike McCarthy won it with Doug Peterson at number 2. Yeah, I don't know about that. Those aren't exactly the best head coaches, but shocker, top 2 Cowboys for Offensive Player of the Year. Rashee Rice at number 4, Walter Harvin at 7, Ken Walker at 10. You never guess who won Defensive Player of the Year. Byron Murphy at number 3, and then we didn't really have any rookies, so nobody for Offensive or Defensive Rookie of the Year. Still going, you know, 13-4. We had our issues that make me a little surprised we went 13-4. So let's bench Givens for, I guess, Hamilton. He's pretty good, maybe. I mean, he developed a decent bit despite not getting any playing time, so, I mean, he probably got a little playing time, which makes me worried because I didn't notice him getting any sacks. Let's see. Oh no, he didn't play. Okay. Well, no, that's not true. He got 300 snaps and only 2 tackles. Must have been special teams or something. I don't know if it would count that for defense. Is that a thing in real life? I don't know. We'll try him. We might as well. But we are going to be taking on what shouldn't be the big bad wolf, but we are going to be playing a 9-8 away team that is a worse overall than us, and it is the Panthers. I don't know if it's possible for us to win this game. We might get beat 50-0. The Panthers are only an 87 to our 93, so we realistically should absolutely just wipe the floor with them, but very well, this could be the last game of this rebuild. Have we checked the dev traits yet? Just to stall a little bit. I don't know if I've, you know, re-looked at the team since the beginning of the year. So no crazy dev traits on offense. I don't know if we had any hit-ins, to be fair, but of course a 95 on offense and a 92 on defense. Also, Hamilton's dev trait is revealed. It's only star, unfortunately. Moses has developed a little bit. He's better than Morris now. What's his dev trait? I'll cheat and reveal it. I hate how they move everything around. Oh, it's only star. Okay, that's fine. But let's get into what is possibly the final game here. Let's simulate this out, and let's see if we can get the Seahawks their first playoff win of this rebuild, which is crazy. We don't. We lose to the Panthers. 30-24 is the final score, and we don't get a playoff win with a 93 overall team, which is now pretty far and away the highest overall team in the league. The Chiefs are a 91. We have them beat by 2. I think the Ravens were a 90. I did my job here today. What more can I do? But hey, if you enjoyed my the slipping of my mental health, be sure to leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe. I would appreciate it. Most rebuilds go better than this. We usually underperform a few years, but we eventually finally, you know, things click and we make a deep playoff run. This was just unlucky. But hey, we built a ridiculous roster. Easily the best in the league. So I feel pretty good about this team. Thank you all all so much for watching, and I should have plugged this earlier, but come back tomorrow. There's gonna be another rebuild. I'm gonna do them daily. I haven't done daily uploads in a while, but I can get back to it now. I have a decent amount of free time, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications, but thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and with that, I will see y'all again tomorrow. Goodbye.